All right. All right, let's get kind of this way. All right, Shalom. All right, so we're going to get started by facing the east. Let's give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. That will be giving our praises to the Most High, whose true name in Hebrew is Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten Son, whose true name in Hebrew is Yahweh Shai, and the Holy Spirit, which is the Rakakwadash. Noble honor to the elders and apostles, along with the Holy Spirit, who taught us his truth. Honor to the brethren that's laboring, doing the work, pushing the gospel, risking their life and freedom to do so. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, which will be 1/3 of us Israelites, who will be the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, who will be returning back to the Most High, seeking salvation by hearing and believing his word. All right, so now we back with another live lesson through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Before we get started, I'm gonna read a couple of these articles. So, update: Texas wildfire causes catastrophic losses. Cattle herds, farmers and ranchers are losing everything. And I didn't know that fire was considered the largest fire in Texas history. They say the ranchers and farmers are losing everything. That's crops, that's beef, chicken. That's just, in other words, creating a famine. And it's a plagues of Egypt all over again. All right. Let's see. So this is another one. New York Attorney General sues world's largest beef producer over methane emissions, climate commitments. Methane emissions goes into like the gas that's released from vehicles such as cars, airplanes, factories that release gas. But here it says that the world's largest beef producer. So one of these farmers was sued for methane emissions coming from cows. They actually talk about that cow farts contain a certain amount of methane gas, and just too many cows would add to emissions and contribute to climate change. Yet they keep making more vehicles and more factories, cut down more trees. So yeah, Esau point the finger at everybody but himself. It's a shame. Pointing at the cows can't even defend themselves. U.S. says Israel has agreed to the framework for a Gaza ceasefire. So Israel, they're agreeing to ceasefire, but the Lord said when they say peace and safety, then comes sudden destruction. I forgot the country. I think Hezbollah, they ready to attack Israel now. So they can have all the ceasefires they want. The war is going to continue to intensify. Farmers sound the alarm of perfect storm pushing United States into food prices. So yeah, that's coming. All right. Yeah, bet.
Got an article too. It says the record-breaking natural disasters that we are witnessing. This is the end-of-time headlines that we're witnessing in Texas and California right now are truly historic. And it says, read a little bit of it. It says, if you think that we are witnessing is normal, I honestly don't know what to say. Over the past few years, the United States has been getting humbled by one major natural disaster after another. The number of billion-dollar natural disasters in 2023 established a record high for a single year. See, 2024 is certainly off to a roaring start. It seems like each week brings up multiple new disasters, and right now we are watching a couple of whoppers. The blizzard that started and hammered the state of California is so intense that it's difficult to believe that it's actually real. And Stonehouse Creek fire that you was talking about, Panda Hut, Texas, has officially become the largest fire in Texas history. Yeah, man. So this stuff happening way more frequency. That's how you know the Lord is on his way back, man. The earthquakes are getting bigger. Natural disaster, like they said, is one after another, coming every other week now, or every week. It's always something, man.
I see the video of all that snow they got in California. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Yeah, see, and that's not normal.
No, that's crazy.
Especially Cali.
I think they got more snow.
In Michigan,
yeah, I think like what Michigan would get like on a bad snowstorm, that's what they got. Like,
day in Italy last year that had 6 months of rain in one day that
Yeah,
rained over here in Italy, man. Like we are literally at the end of times, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
If you can't see that shit now, then hey, I don't know what to tell you.
Man, I seen a doomsday map, something Esau came up with. It had pretty much was talking about the fault lines that run through America.
Yeah.
Supposedly they they theorize that it's gonna crack the United States into different parts, dividing like the East Coast from the Midwest. But it showed like the whole West Coast pretty much underwater. Because when all that snow melt, it gotta go somewhere. And then I don't know, just led me to think, damn, what if California end up underwater? Especially if they get all that snowstorm with heavy rains after.
You know, I think we've been saying this for years. How California's supposed to like break off and be their own
Same,
island. Yeah, man.
yeah, all kind of stuff.
I believe this shit. A lot of that shit is gonna happen.
Yeah. There go a couple more articles. I don't know why this phone playing with me. This is coming from the People's Choice. Praying in public, reading aloud from the Bible is hate speech to be severely punished. Who the only people who read the Bibles aloud in public? Top cardiologist calls on General Medical Council to investigate injuries caused by the hokey pokey. Funeral director John Looney continues to blow whistle on the hokey pokey. Pentagon chief warns of direct Russia-NATO conflict. And at the same time as that's popping off, America's, it was already invaded, but it's going to pop off here. EU approves Bill Gates digital ID, which excludes non-compliant from participating in society. Yeah, that digital ID also be going to the microchip. That's what they're gonna morph to. And those who are non-compliant, they're gonna be cut off from society. That's why it says they won't be able to drink or sell. Excuse me. They won't be able to buy or sell. One more. End time fears of sale outages and elections spark surge in gold buying. So you can buy all that gold, but what's that gonna do for you when ain't none of the electronic devices working? But yeah, we got a handful of articles we're gonna go to today and go through the scriptures on them. And the spirit got us getting on Esau today. Hey, Ezekiel 35 said prophesy against Mount Seir. And then even though we getting on Esau, at the same time, we get on the 2/3 of our people who've been influenced by this devil. You know, they drunk of that wine. Hey, Shalom to Plain Upon Tables, the brother Mashak. Shalom to that brother Mayaka Allah. We in here now and for the rest of forever. Shalom to the sister Athena. The water for tuning in, Nakwafi, Hababashim Yao Shakarakada. So let's start with one of yours first.
First one that I got, it says new study reveals ultra processed food linked to 32 harmful effects to our health. All right, I'm gonna read a little bit of this article, and it says ultra processed food is directly linked to 32 harmful effects to health, including a higher risk of heart disease, cancer, type 2 diabetes, adverse mental health, and early death, according to the world's largest review of its kind. The finding from the first comprehensive umbrella review of evidence come amid rapidly rising global consumption of UPF, such as cereals, protein bars, fizzy drinks, ready meals, and fast food like McDonald's, Burger King, all that shit.
Damn.
And it says in the UK and US, more than half the average diet now consists of ultra-processed food. For some, especially people who are younger, poorer, or from disadvantaged areas like these ghettos that they put us in, a diet comprising
Yeah,
comprising as much as 80% of UPF is typical. You see that? That's what Esau do, man. They put us in these ghettos, take the grocery stores and all the stuff that we need all out the hood, and put nothing but fast food and clinics and liquor stores and shit all over there, man.
Hey, the famine needed.
Hell yeah.
Because it's gonna get rid of all this BS.
First precept I got is Job 10:21, and it says, "Before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness, the shadow of death, a land of darkness, as darkness itself, and the shadow of death without any order, and where the light is as darkness. And that's the point, man. That's all Esau promotes is death, wickedness, and sin. You know, from the food, he put all these harmful chemicals in the food, give us all these diseases. You know, he created something such as the cigarette, you know, that causes cancer. You know, why the fuck would you make that, man? Knowing what it does to our people. You know what I'm saying? The air that we breathe nowadays is polluted. The water got fluoride in it. You know what I'm saying? Everything that Esau got, man, it leads to death, leads to an early death. You know what I'm saying? When people eating all these fast food, I remember Pastor Hart said, fast food equals a fast death, man. And that's true. You know what I'm saying? That's why our people are so sick. You know, where we from back in Sagadar, we live in a small town. It's more clinics over there than it is grocery stores because our people so fucked up from the food we eat, you know, from the liquor stores and stuff being all over all the damn time, man.
Gunshot wounds,
anything, man. You know, Esau don't give a damn about us, man. That's why he putting all this shit up in there. You know, this place is as death. It's full of darkness, man. You know what I'm saying?
I got a piece of it going off of that when it said where the light is as darkness. This Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Yeah, that light versus the darkness. Light is understanding, real information. When the darkness will represent ignorance or false information, you know, and that's not just limited to religions and philosophies, but knowledge of foods. You know, people actually get up, eat some eggs in the morning, be like, I'm having a healthy breakfast. Ain't nothing healthy about eggs. Or, you know, people will look at you weird if you decline bacon, like on your burger or your baked potato. They look at you like you made a effed up decision in life. And then at work, I eat a salad on first break. Was it, yeah, I say, I guess mainly at my, hold on. Yeah, I guess this job now and previous jobs, especially my restaurant jobs, when I was battling my Crohn's disease, I started making salads. You don't know how many people will have to stop to comment on the salad that I'm eating. Like, bruh, it's a salad, bro.
Right. They mad at us for trying to eat healthier and better ourselves.
Yeah, so somebody got a joke. Like, I'm not looking at you for being a fat slob.
Right.
Yeah, like, why you worried about my salad?
Right.
Then you shouldn't mess with no man while he eating anyway.
Right.
You know? Yeah. The animal kingdom tell you that. You don't mess with a dog while he eating.
I'll tear your ass up.
Yeah, and what really want to sit there and have a conversation about my salad. Well, if it have been me, I had to put ranch and bacon. No shit, bro. Just leave me alone real quick.
Why you unhealthy now? Cancer building up in your stomach and shit.
Yeah, but that's people putting darkness for light. Just pretty much what everybody believes to be true is false and it's detrimental. Breakfast. That's a doctrine. The Lord said, "Woe to the land when the king is a child and thy princes eat in the morning." I heard Amawan talking about that. How Esau a child. You wake up in the morning and you got Pop-Tarts, Fruity Pebbles, and they all colorful.
God.
And our people be the main ones eating it. Yeah. Okay, Williams at that stand-up. Parents get high, they eat up all the cereal. Now you got to lie to your kids what happens to the cereal.
Right. Even with that milk though, that milk is bad for you.
Oh, milk. That's light as darkness.
Yep, all the parasites and cow poop and shit that's in that milk.
Yeah, there be blood and pus in the milk too.
Yeah, man.
Because remember in the 90s, they had all the posters and the commercials with the got milk.
Yep.
Got the milk mustache. They told you that's the key to having strong bones. Man, I ain't had no milk, man, probably since, damn, it's going on like 10 years now. Hey, my bones stronger as they ever been.
Even with that pork, though, they don't tell you that no matter how much you cook it, you can get rid of all the parasites and stuff that's in that damn pork, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so y'all can keep on eating this bullshit if y'all want to. It's gonna lead to nothing but an early death, heart disease, like you said, type 2 diabetes, all that shit, man.
And that's putting sweet for bitter. You know, you consider pork a delicacy, consider that sweet, but give a bitter look to somebody that's trying to eat an apple or a carrot. You know what I'm saying? And then putting sweet for bitter, putting bitter for sweet would be the opposite. You despise healthy foods, but look at the things that's gonna F you up. Like it's coming out now, pork put parasites all throughout the body.
Yeah, man.
like all your organs, your muscle tissue.
All that shit.
People got like parasite.
Oh yeah,
That stuff creep me out.
pigs eat anything from human bones, human meat, their own feces. That's why they call it slop, man. They build all that shit together. Pigs eat anything.
And that's what the Americans are. I seen a video. They gave the pigs like pumpkins, fruits and vegetables first. Pigs was eating it. They ain't had no choice. But they threw like some dead carcasses in there, some half rotten fish, molded and stuff. They left the fruits and vegetables and went to the dead meat that was half decayed and stuff. And that's the same with our people.
That's why he saw it. That's why this place is the land of darkness, man. You know, nothing but death here. And from even when animal extinction, you know, they're killing all the animals. You know what I'm saying? The deforestation, destroying their forests, all this stuff, man. They have the home habitat. He saw the most nothing but death, lies, murder, all that bullshit. You know, this place is weakness. It's a terrible place to live, man. Next precept I got. You got anything else?
Oh, nah.
All right, next precept I got is Isaiah chapter 14, 10 through 13. And it says, "And they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? The pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy bowels. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down from the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north." But the point I was trying to make is that has thou become weak as we? Yeah, America's weak. I heard GMS Kingdom Minded say America is nothing but a third world country that's wearing a Gucci belt.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of like how Jake fake it till you make it. You know, you poor as hell, you broke as fuck, but you out here wearing the latest Jordans, got the Gucci belt on, the shades and all this bullshit, the golden jewelry, man. That's all America is, man. You know, they promote this thing to you, oh, the land of the free, you know, the land of the brave, the best place in the world. But it's nothing here but death, again, wickedness, darkness. And again, like Joe said, this place is all out of order, man. It's all out of whack. Nothing here but confusion, death, and wickedness, man. It's sin. You know what I'm saying? That's all evil. It's all promotes. So yeah, this place is called evil. You know, the dollar is crashing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the air is terrible, the water is terrible. It's over here. In America, you won't even find none of that shit over here in the UK. Or over there in Europe, like Norway, Sweden, all those places, man. You know what I'm saying? They stuff fresh on, they grow their own crops and everything, man. You know, here in America, you can barely even do that because they polluting the damn soil. You know what I'm saying? Mixing it with them chemical growth sprays, make it grow faster, shit, man.
I had an aloe vera plant. I wanted to buy some dirt for it because it grew so big I had to divide it up.
Yeah.
Hey, Shalom, bro. And then pretty much I was like, yo, where y'all dirt at? They was like, you want regular dirt or organic dirt?
Right.
I said, what? I thought all dirt was organic.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They mixing shit, man. They doing too much stuff, man. That's why this is inevitable. This is just nothing, like I said, death, wickedness, and darkness. That's why we need the Lord to return.
Can you go back to that verse that says something about the worms covered it?
Yep. Again, it says, "Art thou become weakest to us? The pomp is brought down to the grave. The noise of thy bowels, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee."
Yeah, the worms spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. That's a metaphor and literal. You know, worms signify, you know, decay or the breakdown of something. American society has decayed. That's why the man don't want to be men no more, and the women don't want to be women. That's why there's no order in the households. Heard the brother Kazak, or that we was listening to. That wasn't him. No, it might have been GMS Kingdom Minded. He said, you know, it ain't no such thing as parents and children no more.
Oh, yeah.
He said it's just spirits in the earth. It's just a free for all. People just come in and go out. And but that's the worm spread under thee. And if you look at the potholes in the streets, the weaknesses in the power grid, cell phone outages, that's the worm spread under thee, a metaphor for the breakdown and the decay of America. And but people eating all these pork and bad meat, they literally got worms spread out in their body. In the land of shadow of death, you know, body breakdown, there's worms all over it. So yeah, this is the grave.
Big ass grave. Soon it's gonna be the lake of fire.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna grab this last one. This Second Kings, chapter 4. We're gonna start at I started 38. And Elisha came again to Gilgal, and there was dearth in the land. That's a famine. And the sons of the prophets were sitting before him. And he said unto his servant, set on the great pot, and seethe pottage for the sons of the prophets. And one went out into the field to gather herbs, and found a wild vine, and gathered thereof wild gourds, his lap full, and came and straight them into the pot of pottage, for they knew them not. So the sons of the prophets didn't know what was in the pot. So they poured out for the men to eat. And it came to pass as they were eating of the pottage that they cried out and said, O thou man of God. Let me see. As they were eating of the pottage, they cried out and said, O thou man of God, there is death in the pot, and they could not eat thereof. So yeah, as you read on in the story, the pottage was good. They continued to eat. But that's here in America. It's death in the pot. They got crawfish broils. They got gumbo. And the gumbo is the worst thing you can eat. And they love that here in the South. All kind of sausage and crab and pork and shrimp. And people actually think they be doing something. Or they make an Alfredo, chicken Alfredo, but they got to throw some sausage and some shrimp on it.
Crabby.
Yeah, I like, bro, the plate look too crowded now. See, and that's America too. They got a thing for mixing. You know, you get a baked potato. You gotta first. It used to be you put like some butter or some cheese, some bacon, some celery. I said celery, green onion. Now I got to the point now the baked potato got all of that plus sausage and crab meat. Then they throw Alfredo on it. You know, that's why wraps and burritos and burgers are so popular. Just whatever you can fit on the bun, whatever you can fit in the wrap. Because America is mystery Babylon. So it's a mystery what you're really eating until you unravel it. And I got like that. I bought a chicken burrito, chicken, rice, beans, and some veggies. I'm eating it. I'm like, this looks like a sausage. I get it the next time with no damn beans in it. And that's why it's because the burrito and the burger, that's a mystery. You know, even burgers, they got Thanksgiving burgers. It's like turkey, mac and cheese, dressing, cranberry. Just, that's America, a big melting pot. Is everything all jumbled up and mixed up. Yeah. So even here, it's literally death in the pot. Hey, Shalom to the sister Sabraya. Call hello, you have about you, man. Shalom, my bro.
To go along with the article, still, how Esau still promotes that. It says CVS and Walgreens will begin dispensing the abortion pill. And it says CVS and Walgreens announced on Friday that they will soon start dispensing Miprostone, one of the two drugs used for medication abortions in states where abortion is allowed. Two large pharmacy chains say they have reviewed and certified to dispense Miprostone following the rule change of Food and Drug Administration finalized in 2023. You know what I'm saying? So again, Esau, the Lord says, be fruitful and multiply. You know what I'm saying? And since Esau, his production is all fucked up. You know, the women, they women can't have kids because they got endometriosis and all that shit.
Oh yeah. Oh, the Haughty people do language.
Yeah, see?
We got on the men. What the language goes into droop, and a certain body part drooping. Yeah. But also the women, they language too. They like dry ground.
Nah, bro. That's true.
Back to the mixing food thing. I did that. It might have been last year. I had like a little baked potato, put some chicken on it, put some onions, some caramelized onion on it. Then I put like some dairy-free Alfredo butter Alfredo sauce that I mixed up and some more stuff. I got to eating it. I'm like, man, I don't even know what I taste. I'm like, man, I would have liked the potatoes better by themselves, or at most, I might have put it with some onions and a little bit of the Parmesan sauce. I would have liked the chicken better by itself. You know, this is just because it tastes good individually, don't mean it should all be mixed up. And that's what America, you know, do to stuff.
Destroy everything. I said, nothing but death, man.
So you got that's your second article.
Yeah, it's tied into that.
Oh, all right, that's okay. And yeah, that's pretty much they're gonna start setting that abortion pill. And remember, a couple weeks ago, we brought out an article where at sex aid in the Planned Parenthood, the Sheetamite was teaching the young women that it's okay to not be a virgin, that you have nothing to lose but something to gain. Said virginity was whack. That's what's taught over here in the Great Whore. And then I'm gonna read this Revelation 17. I'm gonna start at 3. So he carried me away in the spirit to the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Oh, Jake ain't got nothing to do.
They turned around and came right back down.
Oh, that's their daily routine probably on a Sunday. Cause we really is the living dead. You know, when we look at zombies on a zombie movie, they just walking back and forth. You know, no direction, no destination, really for no reason. And that's our people. They circle the block, whether they be walking or they ride down, beating up the block. That's how they get. Yeah, that's how they get jammed up, and they've been doing that since they was my age and younger. And that's how they usually get caught up by the police. Like yesterday. All right, best. So yeah, this beast we know represents the rulerships of Esau. You know, the dragon being the Roman Empire, America. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in the hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. That cup, not a literal cup, but it's a metaphor for which you feed the people. You know, which you feed their mind, meaning information. And upon her forehead was the name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And that's why that article we brought a couple weeks ago, teaching the young women it's whack to be a virgin, is not something to lose, but something to gain. That comes from the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth, being America. The abortion pill, what you need an abortion for. That means you was laying with somebody. And see, a lot of women, they would not, even now, you know, a lot of women, they don't have sex, or they limit themselves because the risk of pregnancy. You know, it's nothing wrong with that. You don't think you fit for raising a child, it's cool with that. But now they're gonna sell a over-the-counter abortion pill. It's just encouraging them to be a whore, a harlot. Like, hey, you can get this, because Plan B used to be 50. But see, them party gonna be like 12, if not $9.99. And yeah. And so women gonna be like, nah, I don't wanna right now. You know, child too expensive, Plan B too expensive. Right. But now the new talk gonna be, oh, it's all right. Get an abortion pill, they probably get a pack of them.
See, that's what we saw too. They tell you to get the Plan B. You know, they take it as a abortion pill. Not telling you that's gonna fuck with your insides and,
Oh, it do.
and stop you from having kids later on in life, man. That's gonna tear your ass up.
Yup, blood clots, infertile.
It's just another way of birth control. So you know, so our people stop populating, man.
Yup, birth control and encouraging women to be harlots.
All right. So there's nothing good about this man. So last piece I got Ecclesiastes 2:16. I'm gonna read it out of NLT, and it says, "For the wise and the foolish both die. The wise will not be remembered any longer than the fool. In the days to come, both will be forgotten." See, the wise, that's Esau, Edom, man, and that's these people of fucking America. This place will be forgotten. What does Ezekiel 35 say? You know, "O Mount Seir, I will make thee desolate, make thee most desolate." This place is not gonna be nothing but what is it, cockatrices and dragons and all kind of weird shit gonna be here when the Lord destroy this place. And the fools, you know, you 2/3, y'all not gonna be forgotten, but y'all go die right along with the wise men, man. Because this is the person who y'all follow. You know what I'm saying? You want to trust in everything that Esau says, with the food, with the water, with the laws and all this bullshit. So y'all go die right along with the wise men, man.
Yup.
They're gonna suffer the same fate.
Oh yeah, because you was deceived by the wise man, and I think we was going to it Might have been yesterday. Yeah, I got that next. But this is Amos 7 and 17. Therefore, thus says the Lord, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land. And Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land. So we'll be, strangers, captivity in a strange polluted land. And there, our daughters will be harlots. And the Lord said it should be no darlet, I combined the word, it should be no harlots of the daughters of Jerusalem and no sodomites in our nation.
So that's why he got to go, man. That's why he's going into captivity for 1,000 years. The Lord on this earth, because the things he's doing here, man, it's crazy. The man on man marriage, the woman on woman marriage. You got the Epstein Island list, and nothing is being done about that. You know what I'm saying? They brought the list out, just swept that shit right under the rug.
Bro, I was mad. I thought something was gonna blow up about that.
Nah, man.
I thought I was gonna see all them celebrities like pretty much go broke, probably kill themselves.
Something like that. Nothing came up. It was probably just one big ass distraction.
So yeah, you still eating the standard American diet, or if you fall for this abortion gimmick, that you'll be deceived by the beast. So if you still getting deceived when the land is green, matter of fact, I'm gonna go there real quick. I think that's Luke 23:21 or Luke 23:31. For if they do these things in the green tree, what shall be done in the dry? What's a green tree? When society is up and running, functioning, everything normal. And what's the point of that? Our people deceived by the smallest of things when they in a good case. So meaning what? When you in a bad case, you're gonna definitely be deceived. That's the point. If they can trick you into falling for their beliefs and their gimmicks while you in a good case, when you really in need and in a bad position, hey, you're gonna fall for anything.
MOTP.
Yeah. Ultimately being the the RFID microchip in the brain chip.
Beat them into submission. Talk sweet to them.
The Lord said He's gonna use catastrophe and interruption of your flow of money and unemployment to open the people up to being willing to accepting the CBDC via the RFID microchip under their skin.
The hour expectation, everybody gonna be tried.
Oh yeah.
So the fool, like I said, the wise and the foolish both die, man. So people who's confused and following after wise men and so-called white men and all the American philosophies and all this shit, y'all gonna die right along with this place. You're gonna be down here with the lake of fire with the so-called white men, and everything else. That's enough.
One more. I guess that's about it. Okay, so both of them all together. Oh, okay, good. I'm seeing these streets up. All right, man. So the next article we're gonna go to, I got the same article from a different few sources. So I'm gonna just read the titles. I read the title of it, then go to the next. I took a little screenshot. So let's get into it. Trans milk, as good as the real thing. The makers of a drug used off-label to induce lactation in men, warning could adversely affect a baby's heart. All right. So again, this is about trans milk. Milk that's coming from a man, but that man is transitioning to be a woman. The drug-induced nipple secretions of trans women are as good as mother's breast milk for babies. The University of Sussex hospitals claim in a letter of campaigners made public. All right, let's continue. Let me see. The Healthcare Trust medical director, Rachel James, argued that the off-label prescription drug cocktail men transitioning to female take in order to produce milk was similar to natural hormones which encourage lactation to develop when the baby is newly born. So pretty much, humans that was born men transition into a female, they can take a prescription drug that and that causes them to produce milk in their breast. Oh man. Nah man, all right, I'm gonna read another one. As hospitals say, hormone-filled milk from trans women who were born male is just as good for a baby as the real thing. All right, let's see. Now this is another one. Trans women milk as good as breast milk, says NHS Trust. Drug-induced chest feeding. Liquid comparable to that from mothers when it comes to baby nourishment, claim hospitals. All right, so this is the last one. We go get some precepts. Midwives advise to use terms such as chest feeding rather than breastfeeding to be gender inclusive.
You got shit like that. And you go into some of these bathrooms, they got male tampons.
Like what a male? Where does that go and for what?
Exactly.
Like, look, hey, it's great to be a man. We ain't got to deal with none of the problems women got to deal with. So why these men trying to get pregnant now? Now you want to breastfeed.
Right.
Now they want to have that monthly cycle. Tampons in the man's bathroom.
Right.
Women don't even want to deal with that. So what the women? So what the men want to deal with it for?
Right.
That's why this place got to be invaded. These Americans, y'all about to get bullied by these Chinese. The Chinese, most Chinese dudes ain't even that big. They be about this tall, about 120 to 140 pounds. They about to whoop on these Americans.
Fast as hell, strong as hell.
Yeah, they about to whoop on these Americans.
Yeah. They need to, man. This place got, bro. You need that. That reset is needed, bro. We need the Lord, bro. Straight up. Hell no.
So back to this last article that I screenshotted. Esau always got to create a new word too. A trans man, trans woman. That wasn't in no dictionary if you go back 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Now they got chest feeding to make it include men who wish to breastfeed. Now you got to use the word chest feeding. You know what I'm saying? And the other article I said, they was encouraging these institutions to drop the phrase husband and wife to make it inclusive for LGBTQ folks, but use partner and partner. But yeah, this chest feeding, bro, that wasn't in no dictionary probably just last year.
Yeah.
But when they make a new one, shit better be in there.
God damn.
Can you grab
11, 23, 24.
Yeah, you grab that and I'm gonna go to Titus.
First precept for the article is Matthew chapter 11, verse 23 and 24. And thou, Capernaum, which art exalted into heaven, shall be brought down to hell. For if the mighty works which have been done in thee had been done in Sodom, it hath retained unto this day. But I say unto you, that it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom in the day of judgment than for thee.
So the Lord's talking to Capernaum. As a matter of fact, and I think Capernaum was a place in Jerusalem. Let me see if I can verify that. Well, yeah, that's pretty much where Israelites lived. But the Lord said, if the mighty works that have been done in thee was done in Sodom. Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities was wiped out. And what's the works that was done in Capernaum? The miracles and the teachings of Yahweh Shah, calling people to repentance. The Lord said, if you don't believe me, at least believe because of the works I do. Even the believing Israelites, they said, can a devil raise the dead? Can a devil heal the blind? So obviously, he got to be the son of the Most High. But that's the works that was done. And Yahushua was saying, if the mighty works that have been done here was done in and Gomorrah, Sodom and Gomorrah would have remained even to this day, meaning what they would have repented. And that's really what was the issue between the Jews that was in Jerusalem versus the Jews that were scattered. They received the teachings of Yahushua that Paul wrote in his letters and believed, even though they never saw the works that Yahushua did, yet they still believed, based on what the scriptures prophesied about it. But that's even so now. America, who is exalted unto heaven, the works that Yahushua was doing in his time, they being done now in the spirit. But the physical works, the miracles that he did, they can be done here too. Yet the people still not going to believe. They still not going to repent. In verse 24, but I say unto you, they should be more tolerable for the land of Sodom in the day of judgment than for thee. So the people in the land of Sodom and Gomorrah, the Lord ain't send no prophets out to warn them, to prophesy against them, but they here. So what? In the time of judgment, Sodom and Gomorrah, whoever they are today, hey, they're going to have a lighter judgment, than the folks here. They would have had a lighter judgment than the folks here in America. Because so that's what that is saying. Back then and how it applies now. The people still not going to believe, so they're going to fare off worse in judgment when it comes.
I remember Mr. King said that this place now is like considered a circus compared to
Sodom.
Sodom.
Yeah, they said that the people from the Sodom and Gomorrah was here, they'd be terrified. They'd probably be scared straight.
Bro,
like literally sexually oriented straight.
Right.
They're like, man, this will be.
As you growing up, man, you'll never think this place will end up like the way it is that it's saying now. You know what I'm saying? Like when I went to this truth, bro, I never thought. You find out all this information. You actually start reading more about articles and prophecy and stuff like that. I never thought it'd get this bad, bro. When you was younger, before you come into this truth.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild out here.
Worst shit ever, man.
Yeah, it's wild out here.
Crazy. You got titles already?
Yeah. Yeah, so you got it. Yeah, so yeah, and what the Lord is also saying about Sodom and Gomorrah, that they saw the works happening that was happening in Capernaum and other places, they would have repented. Meaning what? They'd have been rehabilitated, that pretty much saying there was hope for them. Sodom and Gomorrah would have repented. But the people back then and here today who don't believe, even though the same works are being done, they saw them back then, the works are happening today, they still won't believe, meaning what? This place can't be helped. That's why the Lord said, through Jeremiah, we would have healed Babylon, but she cannot be healed, not even by this word. And not that the word is not able to prevail and heal them, it's just they too far gone in their wickedness. The Lord said, the whole head is sick. When speaking about Israel, but also the other nations. Yeah.
You have the book of Titus, chapter 1, verse 15 and 16. Unto the pure, all things are pure, but to them that are defiled, unbelieving, is nothing pure. But even their mind and conscience is defiled.
So yeah, the Lord said even their mind and conscience is defiled. Your mind gonna see your decision making, you mentally. Now people say mind, body, and soul. Well, the body's defiled from the actions that people partake in here. Their mind is defiled because of the decisions that led them to make them actions. But it said the conscience is defiled, going into the spirit. So you might tell somebody, man, you bad to the bone. But the Lord has said, man, you bad to your soul. No help. Nothing could be done for them. That's why the people are still unbelieving and unrepentant of the nation of Israel. They're gonna have a worse. That's why they're gonna have a worse judgment than Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah.
Verse 16, they profess they know God, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate.
Yeah. So yeah, people are abominable, disobedient unto every good work, reprobate. Hey, meaning nothing good comes from this place. Dang. I think it was concerning Yahweh Shai. I forget. It was either Galilee or Nazareth. It was one. I think it was Galilee. You know, when Yahweh Shai was coming from, I think he was born in Nazareth. I forget which one or the other. But the Jews said, "Can anything good come from Galilee?" Or it might have been the other. But that's what the Lord is saying here: reprobate into every good work. Can anything good come out of this place? And it came.
No.
This is the place where the evil is sown. You know, this would be the epicenter of wickedness, the mother of harlots and abominations and filthiness of the earth. And then what it spread like a shockwave throughout the earth. And people resisting it too. Over there in Africa, Russia, they resisting the great horde. But the Lord said, you know, the earth will rise up against these devils.
Yeah. We got to get to the point so bad to where you got like women, you know, the Muslim women over there, like in Iraq and the Middle Eastern countries.
Oh, they uncovering
Yeah,
themselves?
they come over here, uncover themselves, you know, forget all the discipline and laws that they had over there in that country. They come over here, act a damn fool, man.
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I said, becoming nothing but harlots.
Yup.
You know, this place is beyond fucked up. Good.
Yeah, let's go back. Let's go to Matthew.
All right, now at the book of Matthew 17 and 19. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire.
So yeah, and that's on many levels. That's false prophets. That's unbelieving, unrepentful Israelites that teach others not to do the commandments. And that represents kingdoms. A good tree, matter of fact. We'll go up to verse 1. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. And we know America is a center of corruption. So a reprobate to every good work, nothing good can come out of this place. And then back down to 19, you know, every tree that beareth not good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. And that's what's going to happen to America. The Lord going to cut this place off, and it's going to become the main lake of fire. You know, a worse judgment than what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, that was horrible. Hey, what the Lord gonna do here, gonna be much worse to match the works. The Lord gonna match the wickedness and evilness of America with that amount of destruction.
Does that scripture say the sins have reached the heavens?
Oh yeah, yup.
This is
Well, guess what? The destruction gonna reach to the heavens. Because we're gonna be, you know, we're gonna be able to see it from up there, Lord willing. Be part of that. Yeah.
Now the book of Jeremiah chapter 13 to 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leper his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil?
Yeah. So the Lord is saying, you know, they can't change. Can't nothing good come out this place. And just a side note, to the people that teach the Gentiles can be saved, that they can convert or be spiritual Jews. An Ethiopian can't change his skin. A leper can't change his spots. So how can your spirit be converted? You can't see or touch your spirit. So how can you change it? That's why these folks can't change. Ain't no helping them. You know, their mind and their conscience is defiled.
Give a chance to, they wouldn't change any damn way.
No, this place would just get worse. That's why the second Ezra speak about as the world grow weaker through age. So this place will continue to decay more and more.
If the world went on longer, man, it would barely be any straight people left.
Oh no.
And if it was, they'll throw our ass, they'll lock our ass up for not wanting to follow their agenda.
Oh yeah.
LGBTs, zombie druggies, all kind of weird shit going around, man. Revelation chapter 9, verse 21. And it says, save the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the four angels, which are bound in the great 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, a day, and a month, and a year, for the slated third part of man. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them.
So that's going to the nuclear destruction of a certain hour of a day, of a month, of a year to slay the third part of man. But guess what? Those who remain are the 2/3 of our people that escaped the famine, the sword, and the pestilence. Hey, wickedness got an expiration date. That's the day it's gonna get cut off. Well, what? That evil tree with the corrupt fruit gonna be cast into the fire. Yeah.
All right. Verse 17. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and of, how you say that? Jacket?
I think just seems maybe.
Deceit,
Yeah, I think so.
and brimstone, and the heads of the horses as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone.
And that's a vision of the nuclear missiles. The nuclear missiles are the horses. And it says them that sat on them. You know, that would be the angels, the spirit of the Lord that's going to be guiding the missiles. And it said that the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions. Because at the top of that missile, inside it is multiple warheads. So it opens like the mouth of the lion, and there's multiple warheads. And then that's why it says out of their mouth issue fire, smoke, and brimstone.
Okay. Verse 18, and it says, by these three was the third part of man killed, by fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone was issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth, and in their tails. For their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt.
So yeah, that goes into the missiles again. You know, the nuclear destruction, the power is in the mouth. That's why it's likened into a lion. And the tails are like serpents. That's why they zigzag and swirl and stuff through the sky. And it said had heads. That would be the warheads. And it's with the warheads do the nuclear missiles hurt or do damage. Because how the missiles are designed today, you know, the missile itself does no damage. It just transports the warheads. Then when the mouth of the top of that missile open up, the warheads come out and do the damage. Well, we getting to the point, but that's what we got to look forward to in this place.
Verse 19, for their power is in their mouth. Oh, I already read that part. Verse 20, and the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not for the works of their hands, and they should not worship devils and idols, and that they should, I said that right, they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk, neither repent of their murders, nor the sorcerers, nor their fornication, nor their thieves.
So yeah, even though the Lord bringing these plagues to the earth, you know, the nation's still not gonna repent. 2/3 of our people still not gonna repent. You know, some of them may try, but it's gonna be too late. But the point is, you know, especially Esau, Edom, they're not gonna repent. And in verse 21, it says, neither repented of their murders nor their sorceries. Let's get on the murders. We just got on the abortion pill. That's murder. No matter if it's inside of the womb or outside of the womb, because that's actually discussion. Is it considered life if it's only an embryo? Is it considered life if it's still in the womb, or how far into the pregnancy would it be considered, you know, life and murder? So Esau could kill on just many different levels, like the food, the medicines, inside of the womb, outside of the womb. Listen, okay, neither repented of their murders nor their sorceries. So we're gonna go to the blue letter Bible with this word sorceries. Yup, pharmakia.
Strong's G 5331. Pharmakia.
Oh yeah.
Strong's G 5331.
So yeah, sorceries in the Greek is pharmakia. Then when we read down, it reads the use of administering of drugs. Then I'm gonna go back to the last screenshot that I had about the trans milk. And that's really a word now.
That's where pharmacy comes from too. How you say it?
Oh, pharmakia. Yep.
What do pharmacies do? Administrate and
Administer
deal
drugs. Yeah, I think it's in there in the blue letter too. So so again, sorcery English, in the Greek pharmakia, and the first entry that we read was administering of drugs. So back to the I guess his first sentence of the first one that I brought out, it reads, the makers of a drug use off-label prescription to induce lactation in men. So yeah, these trans men, yeah, thanks, So again, in the English, it's sorceries. In the Greek, it's pharmakia, meaning administering of drugs, medications. And here, what is this? I don't even know how to say it. But pretty much men that become women and they want to breastfeed, they get these drugs. Or in other words, that's a sorcery. So just the giving of drugs and medication, just in general, is sorcery. Because the Lord said, let the herbs and fruit of the earth be your medicine. Yup. So yeah, Esau is not repentant of his murders and his sorceries. You know, and even birth control. You know, it's not necessarily murder, but I guess technically according to them, but the way it is, because you stop in life. And like you said, the Lord said, be fruitful. But yeah, you know, Esau, despite these plagues, is not going to repent of his murders and his sorceries. Even hormones that you give women that they develop masculine features. Hey, that's sorceries. That's the administering of drugs. And I'm gonna come back to this word, sorceries. And it says poisoning, sorcery, magical arts, a metaphor for deceptions and seductions of idolatry. So yeah, so sorceries can even be a metaphor, you know, concerning deceptions and seductions, being what that golden cup that the great whore is holding. You know, all the doctrines and philosophies that come out of this place. That's a form of sorcery as well. Because Esau, all he really doing is putting a spell on you. What they push in the music, what they teach in these institutions, what they push in their media. People hear this stuff and it really changed the way they think and the way they operate. Because so this stuff that come out of this place is really a spell.
That's a lot of work.
Yep.
Everything that the Lord stands for, this place is against. From the laws and everything, the food, the laws, all that shit.
Yeah, they against life.
Every kind.
Bill Gates said that population growth is a scary thing.
See? That's why this place is death, man. It's nothing but death here. Death, wickedness, and sin, man. Fuck America. Fuck that, whatever. That's why this place gotta go.
Oh yeah. I can't wait for this place to go.
Yeah.
I got to get up out of here. Lord willing, I make it. Make it or don't make it, this place gotta go. Get me up out of here. Yeah, we're gonna go to the next one to kind of tie in. So this happened in Louisville where we teach at.
Okay.
So Texas teacher placed on leave for wearing men's clothing. Says he wishes to teach baby gays how to vote. See? This that teacher. Of course it's an Edomite. I don't even know if they can.
Even at our schools, man, our kids not even safe.
Yeah. Yeah. And it says again, the teacher sought to teach baby gays how to vote. What the hell is a baby gay? Yeah, see, Esau, you can't even put words to his wickedness, but he always come up with one. You give this devil enough time, that's gonna be in the dictionary. Baby gays.
Come on, this motherfucker just come up with anything, man. That's how you know this is heaven. That's why. This how you know this is heaven. Man.
Yeah, you know what he want.
Do what the fuck he want, create whatever he want, man. This motherfucker is crazy, man. That's how you know who the true devil is, man. It ain't us. It's these dirty ass white caveman motherfuckers.
Yeah. And
Ooh, last night out of wine. He was going in.
I watched it too.
Ooh-wee.
He was bugging me out.
Me
He got to talking about Job 30. He was like they were chase forth from among men. Back in the day, you see an Edomite like, hey,
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is you doing?
He was loud as fuck, screaming and shit. But I'm a wild boy. I love. He be going hard. I love that.
Oh man.
Who was it? Him, Maccabees, boy, them boys. Listen back to them, okay. Them boys used to go hard out there.
Yeah.
He still go hard. Shout out to Amawar, Yasharala, man.
Hey, shalom to the brother. Yahabashim Yashai Barak to you and the fam. Damn, where is it?
Hey, what the fuck is that?
Fuck is that? What you doing?
What the fuck is you doing?
So we ran y'all to the cave.
Right. You get the rest of it.
Yeah. Matter of fact, also too, again, this teacher said he wished to teach baby gays how to vogue. Now look up that word vogue. It's pretty much how to fashion in the latest styles and trends. I'm gonna read this and I'm gonna get this precept before we get the other ones. A cross-dressing Texas high school teacher who was placed on leave after showing up to school in women's clothing publicly advocated for using the school's LGBTQ club to teach baby gays how to vogue. So even in school, they got an LGBTQ club, whatever, however you say it. Let me see. Rach Mad to Jack Yachty something, a chemistry teacher at Hebron High School in Carrollton. Okay, Carrollton. About 15 minutes west of Dallas, went viral February 14th. After a video shared on social media showed the educator wearing a pink dress with matching boots and a hat while he walked the halls as students looked during school. So he, not only is he gay, he extra gay. You know what I'm saying? Not only is you a Mo, you got the pink dress with the pink heels with the pink hat. But
our kids not even say can they see your kids in school today? There's no telling what they teach.
Yep. We about to so I think what baby gays mean, I think it will be people who are gay, but maybe still like young children, adolescents, because Esau argue that's the doctrine. Oh well, I was put. People, a man may say, well, God made me wrong. I was supposed to be born a woman, or I'm a woman at heart. You know what I'm saying? And women could say vice versa. They a man at heart, that they really a man in a woman's body. You know, that's really a doctrine out here. But
They was some weirdos back in the day. The same.
oh yeah, straight up.
Doing that side of the
Can you hold Ezekiel 12:9? I'm gonna get that real quick. Okay, this is Ecclesiastes 8:4. Where the word of a king is, there is power. So hey, let's continue. And who may say unto him, what doest thou? So how can you ask Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, what you doing? And then that's what people really say when they say that the Most High made them wrong, or they a woman in a man's body, or they was born a woman, but they really a man at heart. You saying to the Lord, what doest thou? Like you don't know what you're doing. You know, you messed up. Like the Lord made a mistake. So again, and that's concerned, that's one of the many doctrines, one of the many sorceries that comes out of Babylon, the great whore, the mother of harlots, and the abominations of the earth. And then even Israel adopted this philosophy as well. You saw that real quick.
Yep. Book Ezekiel, chapter 12, verse 9. Son of man, has not the house of Israel, the rebellious house, said unto we, what doest thou?
Yeah, even Israel say, "What doest thou?" They say to the Lord, I don't know the full backstory concerning that one. I think that might have been sent out to the prophets. But even if you say it to the prophets, you send it to the Most High. Lord, what doest thou? Hey, because the people rebellious.
The Lord don't make no mistakes, man. You know what I'm saying? If you was a weirdo now, you was a weirdo back in the day. If you believe in Yahweh Shah now, you was one of the ones who believed in him back in the day. Don't make no mistakes.
And then this is another one, Isaiah 45:9. Woe unto him that striveth with his maker. Let the potsherds strive with the potsherds of the earth. Shall the clay say to him that fashioned it, what makest thou? Or thy work? What makest thou or thy work? He have no hands. So that's ultimately what the people say. What makest thou? Why did you make me like this? How did I end up like this? Or people may say people might say they was born gay. That's pretty much saying, what makest thou? But again, woe to him that striveth with his maker. And that's why women want to get butt injections. How many women have died trying to alter themselves? Because woe to you that strive with your maker.
Have you seen, I don't know, Serena Williams? Tennis player? You know how fine she used to be, bro? You see her now? She done changed her face and lighten her skin so damn much.
See.
I just seen her last night, got blonde hair now.
Oh, damn. I know Lil Kim like that, too.
Yeah, man. Her women just went from beautiful to just fucked up.
And people might say, what's the issue with that? Well, you trying to fit the beauty standard that Esau set. Why? Because you've been deceived by him. If you've been deceived by his beauty standard, when a tree is green, when a tree is not green, and this place is a fourth world country, you're going to be deceived by anything else that he bring. All that money, hey, that shows money. Hey, no matter how much money you got, you can still be deceived.
Big lips, big high cheekbones, just light skin and shit, man. It's just
Shakira like that too. She used to be fine, and she looked like an Edomite now.
see?
And strive, it reads, you can strive physically or with words to conduct a case or suit, to make a complaint, to contend against. So you complaining to the Most High about how he made you. Or you complaining, talk about that it was a mistake, or you was born that way. But back to the teacher who wished to teach baby gays. That's
Right now, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, 49 to 50. It says, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as an eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue that thou should not understand.
So yeah, and this nation who the Lord brought against us, as swift as the eagle fly, that's a code word for Esau the white man.
Oh, my bad. Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
So this nation, compared to the eagle, being the so-called white man, a nation of fierce countenance. That what? They show no respect or no mercy to the elderly, to the person of old, nor show favor to the young. Because people usually think that like the elderly and the very young population would be protected persons in society. But that's not the case with Esau. He jumped to Genesis 25, I think 27. But that's not the case with Esau. And before you get that, I'm gonna go here. Esau, he preys on the elderly, the youth population. People who I guess who would be considered weaker vessels. And this is why I think it's Job 12:7. But ask now the beasts, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls of the air, and they shall tell thee. Or speak to the earth, and it shall tell thee, and the fishes of the sea shall declare unto thee. So the Lord is telling you, look at the earth, look at nature. Hey, many lessons, spiritual lessons can be made by watching the wildlife. So why do Esau have no respect, mercy, show no favor to the young or to the old? Because he a hunter. on Animal Planet, the main cattle that get caught by the lions and the leopards is either a real old antelope, an old deer, or it might be a baby. But in both cases, they can't keep up with the rest of the herd, or the antelope or the elk, it may be injured or sick, and again, also too old or very young, not able to keep up with the herd, and that's usually who get got. So Esau not showing favor to the persons of old or having no respect to the youth. Well, that tells you that Esau is a hunter. That's why he said, he want to use the school's LGBTQ club to teach baby gays, to teach adolescents, how to be gay, pretty much.
Genesis 25:27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents.
Yeah, so Esau was a cunning hunter, not just physically, hunting the animals, hunting us in the city streets. Oh, even like people who commit sexual assault cases and who prey on the young, they call them predators or sexual predators, or in other words, sexual hunters. So Esau, a hunter, a drinker of blood, a sexual hunter, and he's just a hunter all the way around.
It's part of his DNA. Ain't gonna change. He's always been that way, like he said from the beginning.
Yeah, he was made that way. Going back to Jeremiah 13:23, can he who is accustomed to doing evil do any good?
Also, too, that Job say, Job 30, Job chapter 30, he said they are children of fools.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
they are violent in the earth, man.
Yup.
Esau is the worst thing the Lord ever created. He's showing us that how he's seeing these laws and all the things they do and all the things they approve and the things they stand for. The Lord is showing you what not to be, and how not to rule. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just, motherfuckers, man.
And we about to see the consequence.
Right, man.
If you live and conduct the kingdom like Esau. Which Sodom and Gomorrah was left as an example. Yeah, but Esau didn't take heed to the warning. He exceeded the sins of Sodom and Gomorrah. So what? Hey, this judgment about to be out of this world. And the scriptures talk about, what's coming in this time would never be as bad ever after again. Well, the nation's going to be shook forever. Well, what happens to America? That's going to be talked about generation to generation. We the only people that really talk about Sodom and Gomorrah and like Esau who dig and, the wise men of Esau. Hey, but America will be talked about forever. Ain't nobody going to ever be like this place again. Yeah. 10, 2 through 10, Psalms 10, 2 through 9.
Psalm 10 through 7.
2 through 9.
Oh, chapter 10.
Oh yeah, chapter 10. But yeah, Esau's a hunter. That's why he robbed the elderly. Like, it's this movie Beekeeper I watched. Pretty much an elderly woman who wasn't the best with computers and stuff. She got hacked and got all her money took, like millions of dollars. Esau prey on people, through his technology too. Even with this child's game, Roblox, they got like all kind of predatory type stuff, sexual, explicit content on that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All right. The book of Psalm chapter 10, verse 1 through 9. Why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
So yeah, the poor don't mean somebody without money. No matter how much money you got, you could still be hunted on by Esau. You could still be prey to Esau. It says here, the wicked in his pride do persecute the poor. That would pretty much be somebody without power, to become without power. They're going to become a victim. In this case, it would be the young, because the teacher is reaching out to the baby gays.
Verse 3. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesses the covetous from the Lord, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after God. God is not in his thoughts.
Real quick, back to verse 3.
Alright.
For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire. And in the NLT it reads, for they brag about their evil desires. And what was the evil desire here? Let's read it again. A cross-dressing Texas high school teacher who was placed on leave after showing up to school in women's clothing publicly advocated for using the school's LGBTQ club to teach baby gays how to vote. In this case, that'd have been his wicked desire. You know, rather it's individual Edomites, you know, on all levels. The low redneck crackers, you know, the trailer trash, versus those who are at the top. You know, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, George Soros, all of them. You know, they all got wicked desires and they brag about it. But in this case here, we're making it apply to this Louisville teacher. And what? And because the Most High is in none of his thoughts. All right, verse 5.
Verse 5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them.
So yeah, you know, this would be the wicked puffing up, you know, at the righteous. But even when you branch off from that, you got the LGBTQTers, they puff up at those who against them. That's why they got LGBTQT protests. What's that's the wicked puffing up at his enemies, you know, who stand against that stuff. And that's why last year they were saying, we here and we queer, and we coming for your children. Yeah, that's the cunning hunter, you know, sexual predator, boasting of his heart's desire.
All Edomites too.
Yup. You know, puffing up at those who this society will consider straight. You know, we enemies to them.
6.
Yup.
Verse 6. He said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity.
That really goes into the heart of the wicked. You know, when you read Revelation, the 18th chapter, they think they'll never see sorrow or loss of children. The Lord said they're going to experience all that, and her plague is going to come in one day. But even here, the LGBTQTers, they think they're here to stay. They think they're going to continue to multiply and grow. That's why they said we here and we queer, and they coming for your children. That's why he said he wished to teach baby gays. So what? They trying to get the next generation while they're young to continue. So again, he said in his heart, I shall not be moved. They think they're here to stay. They think they could continue. But going back to Revelation 9, an hour of a day of a month in a year is the wicked going to be cut off, also including the 2/3 of our people.
7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
His mouth is full of cursing and deceit. That's deceit. Even the thought of teaching baby gays, just putting that wicked seed into their minds. That's deceit. Because ain't none of that stuff true. They put darkness as light.
Verse 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor.
Yeah, in the working places of the villages of the city. So he murdered the innocent. You know, that's the cops being in the cut, in the alleys, behind bushes, in the dark. Or they get you when nobody looking throughout the cities. But this also goes into the school system. That's the Edomite Klansmen, the LGBTQTers, in the lurking places of the cities, plotting on the poor to murder the innocent. And Esau is not murdering these children physically, but he's murdering them in the spirit. And then if he succeed, the next generation of adults, they will have no children. So that's killing off the next generation that would have been here. So yeah, he's sort of in the lurking places of the cities, the villages. Hey, that's throughout the cities. That's the school systems, the jail systems. This all throughout the city. These institutions that's just them to kill people in secret, behind closed doors.
Verse 9.
Yeah.
Verse 9. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor, and he draweth him into his net.
And why did it talk about the wicked being compared to a lion? Because the lion is a hunter, it's a predator, but so is Esau. Rather it's shooting us down in the street, killing and abducting our women and children, or teaching the next generation of children that they can be gays and baby gays and all of that. He says, he lieth in wait and catcheth the poor mean without power. That's why, like, when something happened to you, they might be like, oh, that poor man, or that poor woman, that poor baby. Hey, meaning the power wasn't in their hand to get them out of whatever situation they in. And when it says he catcheth the poor, when he draweth them into his net, that net, because America is a pit, and the net would be this whole system. Oh, that's why they got the word network. A network of hospitals, schools, jails. This is all a network, meaning what? Many different nets working together for a common purpose, to cut off Israel. So yeah. Hey, so the Lord gonna make this place most desolate pursuant to Ezekiel the 35th chapter.
Verse 10.
Oh no, it's all good. That's all it. Hey, Shalom to the brother Yahweh.
Shalom.
Yahweh Shem Yashab Barakatah. Shalom.
Victory.
Oh yeah. Victory. Hey, a forever victory. Shalom to the elder Sagalah. Yahweh Shem Yashab Barakatah. Shalom to the brother Hawashaya. Shalom Yahweh Shem Yashab Barakatah. And to that. And I believe to the sister Pam. Shalom Yahweh Shem Yashab Barakatah. The water for tuning in. So yeah, today was the day we got on Esau. And anytime you get on Esau, you also get in 2/3 of our people who drunk of the cup of Babylon. So yeah, wickedness got an expiration day. Revelation 9, the hour of a day of a month of a year. Hey, this may be the year. And if it's the year, we just got to reach that particular month. Then once we in that month, it could be any day. It's only 30 days in a month on average. And then once you hit that day, man. But yeah, we're going to face the east and close out. Let's give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Yeah, so I don't know when the next time we'll be out. Taking my car to the shop tomorrow. If I get it out in time, we'll be out tomorrow. But also next weekend, I'm going out of town for the week, getting out the country. Lord willing, I get there and back. Yeah, got to get out of here for a minute though. This bull week. Hey, I understand mass shooters. I don't want to shoot nobody, but like the mass shooters back in the day, they would be fed up with this place and fed up with society. Yo, I understand it, but I would just take my anger in a different way. But I get it. All right, shalom, everybody.